6 months. That is half a year. Hello, my beautiful, amazing people. My name is Vanitarenee. Welcome back to my channel. And you read the title. I hit 6 months on my microlocs. Now, if you haven't seen my video on my installation process and how I got started with my locks, make sure to click that. I'm going to be putting it up right here. I gave a lot of basic information in that video, but today I have some personalized stuff that I would love to share with you all. Now, 6 months is a long time. It's a really long time. But on December 21st, I got my microlocs installed and I have 283 locks. It don't look like it, right? But now my loctician told me that since my hair is pretty fine, to make it as voluminous, I'm seeing the word, but it's not coming out right. You know what I mean? To make it nice and thick, they would have to be very small and there would have to be, obviously, a lot of locks. And microlocs generally are very, very small. I'm very excited for my hair to grow a little bit more so I can do some more styles with it. Right now, I'm just doing the side part because if I do a middle part, it's not gonna look good. I'm so loyal to the side part. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to switch it around. This 6 months has been a roller coaster, definitely. I do have 4C hair, which is the easiest hair texture to lock, and straight hair being the hardest texture to lock, of course. And I do have a bit of 4B in the back. I'm pretty sure most people have a looser hair texture in the back of their head. These locks are the softest and the longest. Here are my back locks, and keep in mind that these shrink a lot. So when I was getting my locks installed, I did not know they would shrink up this much, and of course 4C hair shrinks the most, and it was very hard for me to kind of get used to because of course I had an idea of what it was going to look like in my head, and a lot of people that I've been watching on like YouTube and short videos on TikTok, they would say don't try to imagine what it's going to look like because it will not look the way you want. I was just like, I'll be realistic. I was not realistic, and it is what it is. But since I was so used to having like longer hair, like hair at least by my shoulders, because I would do braids, I would do wigs as of recently, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wear wigs just so I don't have to go outside and have to wonder like, does it look good this short? Whatever. But I decided against it, and I was like, I am going to push through and not do any wigs unless it's like a special occasion. But I didn't even do it for my birthday, so I love the short hair. I had a friend tell me it suits me, so I'm really happy about that. But looking at pictures from my installation day compared to like now, it's crazy because since I see my hair every day, I don't really see the length difference. I cannot wait to see what it's gonna look like 6 more months from now. So that was just a general overview. I kind of want to go over each month just because it's fun to look back, and I'm guessing since you're here, you're curious, so I'll be sharing that all with you. So December 21st, my installation day, it took about 6 hours, 283 locks. That's gonna take a while, but that's the longest I'd ever have to sit in a chair during my microlocs journey. And then the next day, and I showed this in more detail in my first microlocs video, I created an oil concoction just to help my hair grow, and I used that every week. I did say in that video, before I knew anything, that I would do it every day, and that is not, no, don't do that. And that little bit of oil lasted me almost the entire 6 months. So that was great. And it consists of castor oil, rosemary oil, and vitamin E oil. And someone suggested in my comments of that last video that I should use like a thinner oil or a carrier oil like almond oil or jojoba oil. I hope I'm saying that right because I know it's not jojoba, like, but yeah, one of those. So when I finish my oils here, I will definitely look into that. And then I will be 100% transparent. Like, it was so hard for me to adjust because I love the fact that you can wake up and just shake, 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 and it's done. But I really missed the length of it, and I did not feel as confident as I do with my braids or with my wig or whatever, even though it is less maintenance by miles. It is absolutely insane. This is kind of like having braids, except you don't have to take them out. So this is January 18th. This was after I came back from my girls trip. It's a new year, it's a new me, and I realized I don't have a lot of selfies because of my insecurity about my hair. And then on January 21st, I hit 1 month, and I was very excited because that's the longest I've ever had any hairstyle. It feels so weird to look the same every day. Like, I could do a bunch of different hairstyles with braids, but because of the length of my hair and because it wasn't completely locked back at 1 month, I especially couldn't do anything with it. Right now, I could do a little like side pony if I wanted to. Now my hair is gonna be a mess. Let's pray it looks fine now. But yeah, I could do a little something. I could bobby pin this, make it a little swoop, then do something. But I don't know. I just haven't tried. I might try. And then this is me on Valentine's Day. I don't know what I was doing. I was just walking around, but you could see like my hair's just kind of like. And then this is when I hit 2 months. I was very excited also, even though it may not look it in the video. But every milestone that I hit, I was just like 1 month closer to being able to like wash my hair on my own and do more hairstyles and stuff. Then I could part it a different way. Then I started documenting my reties, and I stopped somewhere along the line. But this was my second retie, and you can see the scalp is much cleaner. You can actually see the scalp and all the parts. And here was my 3 months locked. Can you believe? 3 months ago. That was 3 months ago. And here's where I started to really notice like the length change. I noticed the length changes mostly after a retie because it's of course like getting longer as you retie it. But looking back at this, it's just like, wow, this was way longer than my installation day, and then it's way shorter than my hair now. So it's really surreal to sit down and look at footage back then, and I was so adamant on filming every single month just so I could look back and be like, wow, yeah, she was bald back then. And this was March 30th. This is the day I did my birthday photo shoot that I was talking about earlier. I wanted a retie for my birthday, but I kind of liked the messy look for the photos because it didn't look so put together, but it didn't look crazy. And then here's April 5th. This was right before the day of my birthday, and look how long it looks compared to installation day. Crazy. April 21st, I hit 4 months, and it's crazy because if you look at the retie that I just had before I hit 4 months, the retie looks longer, and it was before. That's the shrinkage. It aggravates my soul if you can't tell. And I've been thinking of stretching my locks out, but then I'd end up looking like Cat Williams again. So then we jumped straight to 5 months locked. I think that's where I stopped documenting my reties, but this was my 5th month, and this is where it gets dangerous because I was starting to feel myself. I don't have any evidence, but I bring all the drama. And then this was yesterday, 6 months locked, half a year. Now, I have truly enjoyed these 6 months. I go to my salon and get my hair washed and retied. I don't do reties myself. That is a price I'm willing to pay because I'm not sitting down here retying 283 locks. And I don't think I will ever come to a point where I want to retie my own hair. And I will eventually wash my hair at home, but so I do actually have a pros and cons list just in case you're debating getting microlocs. And these are all my personal pros and cons. Some people may not agree, some people may agree heavily, but I am going to share these with you, and just keep in mind, this is just me. So let me do the cons first. Yes, it is a long process to get them installed and a pretty long retie. My reties take 2 hours to 4 hours sometimes. I do reties every 4 weeks when I truly think I can go 6 weeks, but I just like to keep it maintained and it's cheaper. I'm gonna be real. Second con, it took some getting used to, and I touched on this previously. I was just like, I want my long hair. I want something to run through. Third con, Third con, tangles and knots. Now, as your hair locks, there are going to be tangles and there are going to be some locks that want to stick to each other. I was able to literally go in and find an example with no doubt. Especially with 4C hair, I was ready for it. I was like, there are going to be tangles, and as your hair locks, there are going to be like knots towards the end of your locks. And then lastly, thinning pieces. Sometimes with the knots and tangles come thinning pieces, and it's because it's that hair that's kind of breaking off, that's forming that knot at the bottom. So there's gonna be thick thin, and then a knot. And it's like, why are we doing that? And now on to the pros. First one, you can still almost do any style with microlocs. So you can put this down, put a wig over it, like I said earlier. You can do braids over your microlocs, which I don't know if I'd end up doing that. And any style you see people doing with their natural hair, you can do that with your locks. And looking at styles and recreating them on your hair really helps you embrace your texture and grows your confidence. That is what I'm so excited for, and I cannot wait. Second pro, low maintenance. Touched on this before. Take off your head tie, shake, you're done. Number 3, it's a protective style, which helps it to grow faster. So your hair is growing because you're not pulling it out. And once you leave it alone, she's gonna grow. There's a TikToker I love, she cooks, and she says, love her, leave her alone. That's what you need to do with your hair. And last but not least, the biggest one, no detangling. I'm about to jump out my seat. You don't have to set aside a whole day to wash your hair. Baby, you don't need to detangle nothing. You're gonna be sitting there on your wash day talking about, what do I do now? With your hair all dry already. It's amazing, honestly. So to sum it all up, microlocs are the wave. If you were thinking about it, this is your sign, go do it. Because even though your butt's gonna be falling asleep in that chair, you're gonna be leaving the salon like, ooh. And then when you accessorize it, like when you put your beads in, when you put your clips in, when you get to do whatever you want, when you dye it, thank you for coming on this microlocs journey with me. Now that I think about it, I've been posting for a little over 6 months. Also, I'm about to hit 700 subscribers, and I would love to hit that by July. So if you don't mind sharing and commenting and liking. And remember what I said last week? If you don't remember, go back and look. I'm waiting. It's at the end of the video. You should be watching the whole thing, but just go back, look. My watch is dead. I have a new challenge coming up, and I'm very excited to share with you because I made it myself. I'm going to patent it and call it my own because I sat there and brainstormed and I shared my ideas with people, and they were like, that's fun, that's cool. So I have a Google form in my description, and it is not the confession form, it is a brand new form. And I have a challenge called If You Laugh, You Go Broke. Think of the funniest TikTok or Instagram reel or YouTube short that you've ever seen in your life. Copy that link, put it in that Google form, and send it to me. And if you make me laugh, I'm going to send you $1 on Cash App. I am not joking. And I laugh at everything, so you just might be getting a free $1. Like, make sure to put your funniest videos in the description, in the link in the description. And I will be posting that soon, so make sure you add yours. That was my announcement for the day. All right, that is it for today. I will be signing off now. God loves you, I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.